is Druh Farrell. I am a member of Calgary City Council, and for the past 19 years, I've been a big advocate for policies that improve our natural systems, roadside naturalization, wetland preservation, pesticide reduction, climate responsibility. And I'm sitting in my backyard talking to you about bees. Last year, Calgary became a big bee city, and that includes a whole host of obligations to achieve and maintain that designation. So I'm going to go through some of the things that I'm doing, but also some of the things that the city's doing in order to improve bee habitat.
Because of the Bee City designation, we're already approaching our parks and roadway management differently. Our Parks Department's planting more native species, and we're piloting natural boulevards. Pollinators need networks, so it makes sense to use our existing roadways. Unfortunately, we've had a few hiccups. Just last week, one of the contractors mowed the latest test site despite a big "do not mow" sign. Nice thing about a pilot, though, is to learn from it and move on. We've had a big plan to teach bee-friendly gardening as one of our city summer programs, but had to adjust with COVID-19, so all tutorials were put online. The city has been mailing out free wildflower seeds, and we're seeing a huge interest from Calgarians, particularly children. A few years ago, I stopped ordering personalized pencils to give out to school kids when I visit the classrooms. Now, I give out little packages of wildflower seeds. It's a great way to chat with kids about pollinators and natural systems. During COVID-19, I've also been leaving bunches of seed packets in the many little free libraries in my ward. People love them. I've been organic gardening for decades. We replaced all of our lawn, and as I learn more, I've been doing what I can to create bee habitat. I leave the leaves over the winter. I pick them up late in the spring and leave debris and wood piles in some spots in the garden. I planted clover in the public boulevard, and I'm gradually replacing ornamentals with bee-friendly flowers. Of course, I don't use pesticides. I haven't for many, many years. Last year, I converted one of our veggie beds into a bee and butterfly bed, and then sat back and watched. I posted my observations on Twitter, and it's become a bit of an obsession. Happily, my enthusiasm is catching. One of my constituents just dropped off this mask last week. My husband just gave me a bee identification book for my birthday. Identifying bees is a lot harder than I thought. As I learn more, I plan to continue to adapt my garden to help the bees. I encourage all Canadian cities to adopt bee-friendly practices. By changing just a few of our habits, cities can become havens for pollinators.